Hello, this is Troy with the Noble Grafted In Middle position. One of the reasons I called this word the noble, grafted in, middle. The noble part talks about going back to the Bible they were using at the time, which is the Hebrew narrative, the KJV, the King Jesus Version, the LXX, the Greek Old Testament. So, to do that, Romans 1:17, Galatians 3:11, and Hebrews 10:38 all point us right here. But the righteous shall live by faith. Now, a wise person would read the area, the context of this verse, if they want to know what Paul is using to bring Romans 1, Galatians 3, and Hebrews 10 to bear. Like, he didn't have these verses. These chapters didn't exist. There was no New Testament. He just simply was reading from the Bible at the time. Then he wrote a letter to the Romans. Then he wrote to Galatians. Then he probably helped the person write Hebrews. So, you have context here that we need to have. But the righteous shall live by faith. Now, we have an atonement theory that's developed from this verse. You who are purer eyes than to see evil and cannot look at wrong. So they say, Jesus was abandoned on the cross. Jesus became a curse. This is penal substitutionary atonement. That Jesus became sin on the cross with their verses from Galatians and Corinthians. And that God abandoned Jesus on the cross, which is not what Psalm 22 teaches, even though Jesus quotes the first verse. Read the whole passage. And the reason that God had to turn his face away from Jesus, their faith is tied to their atonement theory, this PSA created by Jew-hating Germans. You who are purer eyes than to see evil and cannot look at wrong, they say this is talking about Christ, and he can't look at the curse. God the Father can't look at sin while he's pouring out his wrath on this sinful person. But then it says, then why do you do it?